You've been told to let go. And it's probably some of the most confusing advice you've ever been given. Because the way most people explain it, letting go sounds like you're supposed to stop wanting the thing, detach from it completely, act like you don't care, pretend the desire isn't burning in you when it clearly is. And guess what? That never works because it's not what letting go actually means. You are never, ever meant to let go of the desire. Not for even a second. What you let go of is something else entirely. And once you understand what that is, once you understand the difference, the whole thing finally makes sense and finally starts working. If you've ever felt like you have to give up your desire, let it go completely because nothing else is working, and you've been told to just let it go, that's what this video is going to clear up. What you actually release so the thing you want can finally show up as it's meant to. If you're new here, hello, I am your Muse Traci. On this channel, I help you unlock the power you already have but can't access. I help you break through where years of trying has failed. And the biggest hurdle of all, I help you go from intellectually knowing the law to permanently embodying it. If that sounds good to you, you are definitely welcome to join me here and subscribe to the channel. So let me start by taking the wrong version off the table because I think you've maybe heard this and maybe you've given it a try and, you're quietly torturing yourself with it. So let's just name it and then we can just be done with it. When people say let go, most of them mean give up your desire. Stop wanting it so badly. Become indifferent. And so they try to force themselves not to care, which is impossible if you ask me, because you do care. So now you're not only wanting the thing, you're also feeling bad for wanting the thing, thinking that you shouldn't want the thing and trying to suppress wanting the thing and reading your own longing as proof that you're doing it all wrong. And, it's a whole big mess. And the thing that is supposed to happen naturally, letting go, becomes not natural, but an internal battle. And what do I mean by it's supposed to happen naturally? Well, ideally, you have desires and then you know that it is given. You know that it's yours. In Neville's words, to desire is to have. Now, unfortunately, that's not how most people feel. Unfortunately, for most people, it's more like to desire is to suffer. So this idea that I see so prevalent with my clients when they first come to work with me is, not letting go. It's a war within yourself and it pushes the desire down where it just keeps, aching and torturing you underneath the surface. So hear me clearly on this. Your desire is not the problem. I am not one of those people that believes that desire is the root cause of all evil. Sorry, I don't. Desire is the driving force of your life. Like you can't even eat what you need to eat to stay alive. Can't even eat without desire. So how could that be the root cause of all evil? Now, yes, it can get into distortions and all kinds of things, but that's not what we're talking about here in this video. Your desire is not the problem. Your desire is not what's blocking you. You never have to release your desire, minimize it, or apologize for it. None of that. That's all conditioning. That desire was placed within you and it's pointing you exactly where you're meant to go. It's like a little roadmap. Your desires are a roadmap. Hey, go over there. That sounds like fun. That sounds good to me. That's a map of where you should go. So, okay, if you're not letting go of the desire, then what are you letting go of? You're letting go of wanting from a place of not having or fearing not having and all the resistance or beliefs that say you can't have it. You're letting go of everything standing between you and the desire, physically and mentally, metaphorically, whatever. And there's really only one thing standing between you and your desire, and it's the pile of beliefs that say you can't have it. That's what resistance actually is. That's all it is. It's every quiet belief telling you the thing you want isn't available to you. It's too late for me. That works for other people, but not for me. I'm not the kind of person who gets that. I don't have what it takes. It never happens for me. Who am I to want this? Right? And on and on and on. And every one of those is a block, a form of resistance. And notice, none of them are the desire, right? None of that resistance was actually the desire. They're the wall built up around the desire. That wall is the only thing you've ever needed to let go of. You've been trying to let go of the wrong thing the whole time. You don't have, I think people don't know this. So they get, they hold the desire and then they hold the resistance. That they're like a little pair that goes hand in hand, right? And so because they can't seem to, some people can, but this is what happens when people get frustrated and just drop it all. They seem to not be able to drop the resistance, They either don't know or they struggle to drop it. So then what do? They just drop the desire. But when you drop the desire, what goes with it? The resistance. And then guess what? The desire shows up. The desire shows up not because you dropped the desire, but because you dropped the resistance, right? So let's, you don't have to drop your desire. Okay, so let me go deeper on what that wall is actually made of, because that's the real work, okay? The wall is made up of everything you are not. Underneath all those limiting beliefs is a false version of yourself that you've been wearing like it's your truth. Accidentally, of course. You didn't do it on purpose. The you who is unworthy, the you who always misses out, the you who has to struggle for everything and still somehow comes up short. That self-concept feel like you, but it isn't actually you. It's a costume you got dressed in a maybe too long time ago, from old experiences, from other people's opinions, and 100 other small disappointments you took personally, and you've just worn it so long, you simply forgot you could take it off. And letting go means taking it off. You just take it off. It means releasing all the versions of you that you are not, right? It's like the one who can't, the one who isn't allowed, the one who shouldn't, the one who's already decided that, it doesn't work out for me. All of those, take them off. Underneath that costume, that terrible, terrible costume, is the real you, the one who has the desire because the desire belongs to you, the one who can absolutely have the thing you desire. You don't have to build and become that person. You just have to let go of the false, costume covering it up. Now, there's one more layer of resistance to drop, and it's a sneaky one. And this level is the how. So much of what feels like effort is really you gripping the mechanism, trying to control exactly how and when and through what door your desire is going to arrive. And this grip is also resistance. You let go of the how. Drop it. Can you feel the relief of not needing to know how? It is such a relief. You let go of the timeline. You let go of needing to see the path, right? You surrender into trust, trusting yourself, trusting the universe. You keep the desire and you release your white knuckle grip on the way it's going to come to you, the way it has to come to you. So let's put it all together. Let's recap, if you will. You keep the desire fully, without apology, without shame or blame. You let go of the beliefs that say you can't have it, the false self that agrees with those beliefs, and the need to control how and when it shows up. That is the entire act of letting go. It's subtraction, not addition. You are not adding more effort, more wanting, more trying. No, you don't need to add anything. You are removing what is standing in between you and your desire. And this is why letting go makes you attract, really it's allow. You're allowing everything. Your desire has been, it's already created. It's waiting on you. As I've mentioned in other videos, you're not waiting on anything. Everything's waiting on you. I'll link that video at the end. The next videos you can watch if you're resonating with this topic, right? So you're just letting go of all the reasons why your desire hasn't reached you yet. And when you take down those walls, as I'm calling it, belief by belief, then there's nothing standing in the way. Again, you are the one holding it. Okay, this isn't about blame, but let's just be clear about what's really happening. You want a thing that you don't believe you can have. And you're the creator, so your reality is going, okay, you don't get to have it. I got you, right? You don't get what you want. You get what you believe, right? So you just drop all of that, drop all the resistance, and the thing flows to you effortlessly because you finally stop standing between yourself and your desire. You don't have to chase what's no longer being blocked. You just stop blocking it. So let me give you some exact kind of steps how to do this. First of all, start by finding your wall. Again, we're not finding the desire, right? I think we've made this perfectly clear. The desire is there. We know what the desire is. We just need to find out, okay, what is in between me and my desire? Get clear on what you want and then ask the honest question, why don't I believe I can have this? And see what comes up. Whatever comes up, that's your wall. That's your resistance. Those are the exact beliefs that you need to let go of. Write them down if you need to. Look them over. You need to be honest about what you believe. You can't change what you're not willing to look at, right? Because a belief you aren't willing to look at and admit you can't see is a belief you can't release. But if you can look at it, you can change it, right? You cannot get rid of a wall that you won't acknowledge is there. So next, with each one of those beliefs, recognize it for what it is. I can tell you exactly what it is, not truth. It's just an old belief you picked up somewhere and carried longer than you needed to. You don't have to fight it or argue or justify. No, none of that. You just stop agreeing with it. Just stop carrying it with you. Just put it down. That's not mine. Ugh, I don't want that one, right? So you see it, you name it as the costume that it is, and you just set it down. Just take off the costume and go, oh, I'm done with that. Then return to the desire cleanly. Once you've set the block down, you go back to the thing you want and hold it, right? What did Neville say? To desire is to have. Hold it as already yours. You have it now, right? We do have to let go of the wanting. You don't keep staying in a state of wanting for something that you already have. So feel what it's like to have it and fully believe you can and do have it at the same time. Not maybe, not but, oh, there's just this one other thing. No, there's no maybes, no buts, just the desire and the certainty together with nothing else in between. You don't need anything else. And then live as that person who already has it. The one who was always underneath the costume, the person who has this, whatever this desire is, the person, the version of you who has it, doesn't move through their day braced for impact, doesn't move through their day still doubting and wishing. And no, they hold their desire as already done because there's no wall telling them that it can't happen. So you practice carrying yourself as that person. Every time the old belief tries to come back in, and it will, just notice it and put it down. Once again, you don't have to keep carrying these things. And you will drop the same belief more than once. That's completely normal. You're not bad at this. You're not failing. That's just how this works. The costume doesn't vanish the first time you take it off. You just keep removing it each time. and returning to the real you underneath. And that real you gets a little more solid, a little more stable, a little more normalized every single time. And then the wall starts coming down until the day your desire simply feels like, no, it's done. Like you just can be there effortlessly. There's nothing standing in the way of that desire, and you feel like it's already yours, right? So here's what I want you to do today. Take the thing you want, right? You don't have to do anything with the desire other than identify it, and find at least one belief that tells you can't have it. Look right at it and practice putting it down. See if you can drop that old belief, that old costume, as I'm calling it, and then hold your desire again without the block. And see if you can move through your day being the version of you who knows it's already yours. You were never supposed to let go of what you want. Why? Why would you want it in the first place if you're just supposed to let go of it and stop wanting it? It doesn't make sense. You were only ever supposed to let go of everything telling you you can't have it. That's the purpose of your desires. I love talking about that. Let me know in the comments if you want a whole video talking about your desire is here to help you shed false beliefs and, false ideas and ideologies and false identities. And your desire is pushing you to evolve and elevate yourself, to create yourself beyond what you've ever created yourself to be. That's what your desires are for. If you want my help finding and releasing specific beliefs that have been blocking the thing you want most, that's exactly what we do together in my coaching program. You can click the link in the description. There's also a link in the pinned comment for your convenience. You can book a free one-on-one call with me to see if we are in fact a good fit to work together. Thank you all so much for watching, being here, staying till the very end. I appreciate every one of you. See you in the next video.